Good evening, fellow Tikash merchants. How are you? It is my hope that you're doing okay. My name is Amos. Amos is a trainer today on the Tikash Soko platform where we get to learn how to make our biasharas digital because we always say that digital biashara is where the biasharas are headed to and is the future of biashara. So the session today and right now will be on receipts, records, and performance tracking. So, what does this mean? This means that we're going to learn about how the app stores the receipts, how the app stores your records, how you can track your performance, and how actually you can be able to see how you're faring in comparison to some other businesses. So the beauty of this platform is that we don't need to have the records, yani hatuhitaji hizo mavitabu, all the paperwork like kuna shops zenye tunakuanga na a lot of paperwork. Maybe uko na salon, unataka kujua ni watu wangapi walinyolewa, ni watu wangapi walioshwa kichwa, ni watu wangapi walifanyiwa massage and so on. So unakuanga umeka black book place, ka pen. So ukishafanya service unakimbia unaenda una record that I've done this service and this is the amount I have. This app is going to help us because inakuja kuondoa hiyo system ya vitabu, inatumikia biashara inakuwa easy kwa sababu now I just need to have my phone for me to know what is happening in my business, and are there any transactions that have happened? I can be able to see that. I can be able to make decisions from where I am. So allow me to show you the places where you can be able to view those transaction histories. So I'll just switch from this shop to a shop that I've transacted a number of times with. That is the Aura Baby. I'll just switch to that one. I've made more transaction with it because I want us to see how it looks like when you have made multiple transactions. So on this business profile, of course, there are these icons that are showing up. One of them is the Tcash, the Rotary tickets, the today's performance, which is now zero, the transactions, the orders, the customers, which are all zero, and upcoming bookings are also zero. One of the places from where you can be able to view your transaction is down there. Down there, you have the whole orders, sell, and the wallet. So once I tap on the wallet, activities that I've done now appear hapa chini, and I have the option of viewing all of them. So like I've only had 3 transactions using now this business, that is the Aura Baby. It has made 3 transactions. One of them was a cash payment. So how does it look like when I tap on this cash payment? So nikiguza hii cash payment inanipeleka to this profile altogether, where you can see that this was a cash payment of 30 shillings. It was done which day and at which time. Unaona, like how precise it is. Hainionyeshi tu cash payment ilifanyika, inanionyesha it was done on 24th of February 2026 and it was done at 1:41 p.m. So naweza jua ni ilifanyika lini. Then I can also be able to view the receipt because this was express. So once I tap on receipt, the express bit, naweza ona receipt. So actually receipt zote zinakuwa zimewekwa place. So hata customer akirudi after some time aseme, oh, I was here on a certain day and I did a transaction with you, unaweza go back to the system now confirm, is that true? Tuseme for example, and I'm not praying that this happens, kuna customer unauzia kitu iko na warranty, akikuja amekuja kurudisha hiyo product because iko na warranty, but maybe amepoteza receipt yake. With this platform, it is very easy for you to know whether that customer was there at that day and at that time. Itakuwa very easy because the receipt is there and you can be able to access it. And you can see this receipt has information that the item that was sold was under the fashion and it was a cash payment made in store of 30 shillings. and I was able to receive 29 because 1 shilling is supposed to be charged as a service fee. And once I view the receipt, that is done. And of course, there is a note that is down here that this item was sold on discount, meaning hii item yenye iko hapa haikuuzwa on cash basis, iliuzwa on discount. So that is how you can be able to track ujue what is happening. Something very interesting, because as the app grows, as we grow the app together, we will become so many people using the platform. And therefore, our transactions are all going to be this few. That is why hapa juu uko na categorization ya all, Tcash Soko, external wallet and cash. So hiyo inakuonyesha aje, like iko na imecategorize vizuri, ulilipwa na njia gani. Ulilipwa na Tcash Soko, so client amekuja anakwambia it was here yesterday nilipa na Tcash. So you're able to just come to Tcash and then you can see all the transactions are supposed to appear here zenye zimefanywa na Tcash. Ikikuja ni external wallet, utakuja uguze external wallet, watu walilipa na M-Pesa, all their transactions appear here. Transactions zimefanywa na cash, nikiguza cash, all of them zinaappear hapo. So I'm able to say and I'm able to tell that these people have paid using this method, and that is why their transaction details are appearing here. So hata kama niko na employees wenye nimeajiri, I'll be able to know ni pesa ngapi wanafaa wakuwe nayo in cash, because already hii inanionyesha vizuri the history of the transactions. Again, something very interesting, maybe umesahau hiyo transaction, unaweza search hiyo jina. Maybe if a customer was there na alilipa, maybe using the profile, you can search the name of the customer na ikulete transaction yake hapo. Very, very efficient. So this is, I would say, the most efficient way of keeping our business records. Remember, hazitapotea, because si kama ati magic ikuja kwa biashara sijui those records are now lost. No, so long as you have your app, you have your phone, then you can be able to see all the transactions. And again, something very interesting ni ati hizi transactions, because wewe ni shop owner, unaweza zi access ukiwa anywhere. So tunaweza kuwa umeenda holiday na umeacha watu kwa shop, you are able to see the kind of transactions they are making on your behalf ukiwa holiday, that is from the comfort of your phone. So this app, combined with something like a surveillance CCTV camera, is a very nice thing, because the camera will show you what is happening, like you'll be able to see what is happening in the business, but again the app is showing you the kind of transactions zenye zina happen kwa biashara yako. So it is a very efficient and a very important way of getting to run our businesses. Apart from that, there is something else I would want us to see, that there is a way in which you can view these transactions apart from coming to the wallet. If I don't want to come to the wallet and I'm come to home, then on this profile, there is somewhere for today's performance. So nikiguza today's performance, the kind of sales overview that I've made, I have the option of making some sales insights. It gives me some sales insights. What have I done today? So once I tap on the sales overview, I'm able to see what I have done, like the total sales that I have made. So for this day, for March, for the month of March, you can see that these sales are 0. The kind of transactions that have been there are 0, and the average transaction is actually 0. There is no best performing day because I have not been using the app to sell for this month. But when you go to last month, when I was making sales using this app, if I go to February 2026, you will see that I have revenue. The total sales here are 100. So I can be able to view at a transaction for last month. Now, say you last month is sharpita, but already I can see the transaction that I made, 100 shillings. There were 3 transactions. Venye tu tumeona on the other side. Like remember, hii app ni interconnection. The kind of interconnection that is there is perfect. Like whatever is there on the wallet is what is also here on the sales overview. So I made 3 transactions, and the average transaction was 33.33 shillings. So average transaction ilikuwa 33 shillings. So that is why inanionyesha mpaka average. On average, ni hiyo pesa ilikuwa ngapi? How does the app get this average? Inachukua hii total sale, which is 100, ina divide by this number of transaction, which is 3. Na ndio maana inakupea 33. The peak sales. What is the importance of the peak sale? The peak sale is the day that you're making many sales. This app is coming to help us make better decisions. Why am I talking about making better decisions? Because sometimes as business people, kuna time tunapea our employees some off days, and then we end up suffering. Because maybe you giving an off day when actually there are so many customers on that day. So because the app is showing us the best, the peak days and the busiest time period, we can be able to make a decision and say, actually on this day and between these times, hatutakuwa tunapeana off. Tutakuwa tunapeana off during the off peak seasons. Mbona tufanye hivyo? We are trying to do that so that we ensure that when customers come to our shops, wanapata mtu wa kuwaserve, na wakiserviwa wanakuwa happy, and when they are happy, they get definitely to bring more customers and to refer to their friends, and we end up making more money. So this app is coming to view all the things that are happening in our business and help us make decisions. Remember, hizi decision tunazimake with the help of a very important feature called the AI, which is the future now. Remember, the future is AI. Technologically, the future is AI. We're in that age where AI is helping us now to run things in our biasharas. And of course, you can see, you're also able to see the sales trends for the last 6 periods. Sio period moja tu, the last 6. February, January, December, November, October, and September. But because this app was just rolled out in the month of February, then that is why you can see that for September, October, November, I have 0. I had not joined the platform at that time. So you're able to see. And you can switch between months. If you go to January, you will see that all this information now becomes not available because on January, I was not making those sales. If I come to March, again, March, this information is not available again because I've not made sales in the month of March. So yeah, that is it about the sales overview. You can also track the online orders fulfillment. Remember, we have done a training on how to market our biashara. When we market the biashara, we expect that people are going to order online from us. Na lazima to keep track, yeah, like, am I fulfilling the orders that are coming online? Like, nime deliver on those orders. You can be able to track them from here under the sales insight. So nikikuja hapa kwa orders, online orders, then I'm able to see the kind of revenue that I have generated from the online orders, which is not there because hakuna mtu ameorder online. But I'm going to change this. I'm going to market this biashara and people are going to start ordering from me. And of course, you can see inanipea comparison ya online versus store. Like, ni watu wangapi wanaorder online na ni watu wangapi na serve kwa shop. So inanionyesha that is the comparison. So inanionyesha very clear data. Naweza sema, nikiwa tu nimerelax hapo. I don't need to do a lot of maths. Like, I don't have to count. Nilifanya orders ngapi siku, nilifanya nini. The AI is doing that for us through the platform, Tcash Soko app. So once that is done for us, inatupea data yenye iko ready for use. So tunasema our presence online has increased. So that means we are doing well and we need to continue with the efforts that we're making online if our online orders ziko juu. Kama in shop iko juu, then that means our shop location is actually the best and is attracting customers. So, and of course, I can also be able to see this order status. What does this mean? The order status means how many orders have I completed? Ni ngapi nimemalizia kupea, like kufulfill. Pending, ni ngapi ziko pending, ni ngapi bado ziko in process, ni ngapi nili cancel. So this information is very important for us because itatusaidia ku make decisions za like nili cancel kwa nini, maybe siko na hiyo product, so that means I have to put in some efforts ndio nipate hiyo product, ndio in case client mwingine anataka the same product then aipate kwa shop. Then there is the option of fulfillment. You can see it there. There is how many people picked this from the shop and how many people did I deliver to. Remember, we have said time and time again that delivery is one of the ways of earning an extra coin. You as a business person, for these people who are ordering these things online, you need to charge them. Na tulifanya training on online orders and how you can charge them. If you didn't watch that one, you need to go and watch and see how the platform will help you make more money by charging something extra for delivery. So inamaanisha like huyu mtu akioda kitu of course kuna some pesa alilipa ndio nimpelekee kwenye yako ndio yakwe comfortable na mimi ni earn pesa. So nitaweza kuona hapa ni ngapi zilifanywa via pickup, hizo orders ni ngapi watu waliamua watakuja kupick up na ni ngapi nilipeleka. The peak order time, at what time do I have like, is it peak for the orders? Ni time gani orders zinaingia zikiwa mingi? So that is what you can also be able to see there. This can be helpful for people who are running something like a hotel business. If you're having that service, kind of service, maybe uko na hotel, this will be very helpful to you. Sababu utaweza kujua at this hour ndio orders ziko mingi. So that means I need to have so many people to deliver the orders at that time. And then the customer breakdown, you're able to see how many new customers am I attracting. Why is this important? This is important because if you're not attracting new customers, it means you're not doing enough marketing. So that will mean that you have to do more marketing. You have to be more vibrant. Then how many customers are returning? How many customers did I serve but decided to come back? So that is also very helpful information because it will help me know that I'm offering the best customer service. Because a return customer shows and gives confidence to a business that, of course, your services are good. Ndio maana huyo customer amerudi tena. So you'll be able to see that. And of course, the order trends, you can be able to see them for those periods, for the last 3 periods. That is the last 3 months. Unaweza ziona hapo na ujue ulitengeneza pesa ngapi. That is how you can be able to track those online orders. Apart from this, there is also the option of doing the online booking and analytics for staff. You can be able to see how many people booked with you online for a service. That is if you're running a service business. How many people booked for the service with you? How many people came for those services? And how many are scheduled? And also again, how many people did not show up? So utaweza kuona hapo na itakupea data yote ya percentage ya completion, percentage ya watu wako show up na utilization. Like the average reading time itaweza kuonyesha how well did you utilize your time for that period. And of course, this will be very helpful to especially service business owners because for services, then you need to know, are you efficient in terms of time? Because if you're not efficient in terms of time, then you end up giving services to fewer people. And when you give services to fewer people, it means you're not earning as much. And if, for example, you can add somebody else into the business, that will make it more vibrant na ikusaidie make pesa mingi. Of course, the popular time slots utaweza kuziona hapo, which time slots watu wana book sana, so that you ensure that during those time slots uko available. I normally say this. I would rather take my lunch before lunchtime if customers wangu wanapatikana lunchtime. Because remember, my intention as a business people is to make money. So if customer anapatikana this time, I will fix my schedule ndio nikuwa available. So ikinionyesha like popular time slots, then I'll be able to make decisions and say, during this time naweza enda lunch because this is not a popular time slot for online bookings. But when I know that people will book, of course, I'll have to make sure that niko available. Then the top services, you can be able to see them. The staff performance, very important. Staff performance, unaiangalilia hapa. Why is this important? Remember, there are some staffs wenye utakuwa na wao but hawataki fanya kazi wakiwa wamejitolea, and they end up bringing the business down in one way or the other because wao hawafanyi their obligation or hawafanyi their part, and because they are not doing their part, other people are doing their part, but mtu mmoja ama watu wawili hawafanyi their. You can be able to see the performance of each and every employee there. Utakuwa unaona a certain employee anauza more than the other employee. So for this employee who is selling more, it means that kama kuna pay increase yenye utataka kupeana, you're going to give it based on merit. Sieti utaangalia tu mtu useme wacha nikuongezee do, because you might end up adding maybe salary to a person who is not performing very well. So this is a very important tool because it will help you monitor the performance of your customers and of your employees, sorry. And again, you're also able to identify your unique customers and see booking trends hapo chini. Unaweza ona booking trends za the months, ujue are my bookings increasing or are they decreasing? Why is this information important? Ukijua whether bookings zako zinaongezeka ama zinapunguka, you will be able to make a decision and say, because my bookings are going high, then the marketing strategies I'm improving are good. Ukiona bookings zinaenda chini, then it means the marketing strategies zenye you're putting into place are not good. So you'd have to improve. So this information is again very, very important to you as a business person. Allow me to go back. Then there is the customer insights and loyalty that you can still be able to view. Remember, this is the beauty of this platform. Like there is so much that you're able to view, so much information. If I come to customer insights and loyalty, you can see it gives you the number of unique customers that you're able to serve and the repeat purchase rate. How will the app know the repeat purchase rate? App itajua the repeat purchase rate ya customer kama atakuwa na kulipa na Tcash ama external wallet. Akilipa na Tcash ama external wallet, the app recognizes that customer's name. So inamu-identify as a customer who is coming time and time again. For a customer who is coming time and time again, unaweza mpea sometimes some things on credit, and again, you can use this information when you want to give your items on pay later basis. Why? Because utaweza kujua, is this a loyal customer or not loyal customer? So you don't have to have a book ati customer akikuja unaandika hapo so that you can compare and say, huyu nitampea credit, nitampea. No, the app is doing this for us. Remember, I've always said that this app is going to help us. We as the business people make it now in the world of business. Why? Because it is simplifying and giving us all the information that we need. If I come back, there is the payment channels and the payment methods. You can be able to track this and see umekuwa ukilipwa pesa ngapi via the digital channels and umekuwa ukilipwa pesa ngapi via cash basis. So unaweza angalia na uweze kucompare na uweze kujua I'm receiving more money on this end than I'm receiving on this end, na uweze kujipanga, uweze kupanga pesa yako depending na financial goals zako. So this information itakuwa helpful more especially if you the type of a business person mwenye anahitaji loans, so utakuwa unajua hii pesa ikifika this amount, I need to put it to my Tcash side so that I can of course increase my credit limit or my credit worthiness. So that is a very helpful information for you as a business person, because you'll be able to see ni pesa ngapi napata in cash, ni pesa ngapi inapitia external wallet, pesa ngapi napata kupitia Tcash. So and then you're able to make a decision and say that this is how I'll be using this money, this is how I'll be using this other money, and this is how I'll be saving. So utaweza kujipanga vizuri because inakuonyesha the percentages. And remember, this now has the option of months, because months will not be the same. Kuna mwezi moja utapata watu wanakulipa na cash sana, another month wako na Tcash, another month wanatumia external wallet. So you're able to see those percentages and of course make a decision based on the percentages that you that you see there. You're also able to view the growth and trends. Growth and trends would mean sales zako zina grow ama zinaenda chini. Like unaweza ona graph ya biashara yako. So you're able to see, is my business doing very well or is my business not doing very well? Utaweza ku make that decision through this platform under the growth and trends. You're able to see, how are my customers growing? How are my sales moving on? For example, in the month of March, you can see that this is 100% down. What does that mean? Like, sales zangu zimepunguka, I don't have any sale. If I continue making sales, then this growth will be a green growth, meaning like I've moved upwards, and you're able now to see that your business is doing well. So hutakuwa unasema ni kubaya tu. You know, in Kenya we used to say that ni kubaya manze, like ni kubaya too. I don't know, the economy is not doing very well, but we say that without data. You'll be saying ni kubaya when you have facts. Unaweza sema nilikuwa na make sales za maybe 500,000, nowadays I'm making sales za 10,000. When you have that data, ni kuzuri when maybe you are making sales the 1,000 but now you're making sales that 200,000. So that means that ni kuzuri. So you can say that using data. Again, you can also be able to view the customer growth. This app is so great on the customer because the customer is the person who brings money into the business. Yeye ndiye anakuletea pesa. So you're able to see, are my customers growing or not growing, and make a decision based on that information. Ukikuja hapo to the second last, you're able to also view the inventory. Unaweza kujua ni kitu gani like nauza sana, the fastest growing thing in terms of being bought, and the least sold thing. Unaweza kujua ni kitu gani watu wana demand sana. For example, tuseme ni wakati wa Christmas na watu, okay, let me not use Christmas, let me use the season we're in. We're in the season of Eid. So tuseme in this season of Eid, you notice that kuna kitu watu wananunua sana, so you will be able to stock this. Utaleta stock mingi ya hiyo kitu so that our customers wakikuja wanapata what they want, and in return wewe as a business person unaenda kupata pesa because your intention is to make money. So you can be able to view this and make such decisions, and this is the beauty of the platform, because the platform is putting all this information and storing all this information for us and giving us the information as and of when we need it. Finally, to the last bit, the benchmarking, this is where you're able to view your performance in relation to similar businesses. So what does that mean? Like, remember, there are so many people who are joining the platform. When so many people have joined the platform, there'll be so many businesses that are similar. I have a barber and salon, there'll be another barber and salon owned by somebody else. And maybe even a person watching this video will be like owning a barber shop. So that means anaweza jicompare performance yange na performance yangu. Like anaweza compare the performance. Anaweza sema like I sold 10 times more than Aura Barber and Salon. Like I made much more money 10 times than the Aura Barber and Salon. I didn't sell as compared to maybe what other businesses are doing. Why is this information important? Information is very important kwako as a business person because it will help you make decisions in your business on how to improve performance when you're not doing well. Ukiona, for example, your business is not doing well, unaweza enda kwa online profiles that the other businesses are doing better than you, na uanze kujiuliza what is it that they are doing right, and then you come and implement some of the borrowed strategies in your business, and this way you're going to make more money. Remember, we always say that the end goal is to make money. And how are we making money? We are making money by comparing ourselves with these other businesses and seeing what they are doing, because those are the same thing. So kama ni kubaya on my end, inafaa ikuwe kubaya kote. So if wao wanafanya vizuri kunishinda, it means there's something that they are doing extra that I'm not doing. So you can be able to benchmark na uweze kuona like ni kubaya kwa industry yetu for this time, but ni kuzuri for this other time. And that will be useful information to you as a business person, because you will be able to see and make decisions for your business. And that brings us to the end of the sales insights. So once again, remember hapa kwa sales insights, tumesema ni a way the app is helping you make important decisions. Na utakuwa una make hizi important decisions based on facts zenye ziko kwa ground. Like the app ndio ground. That is interesting. Why am I saying that the app ndio ground? Because like it has all the information about what is happening. Like inasikiza ground. It knows everything that is happening. Because it will help you make these decisions based on what is happening on the ground. So thank you very much. This will bring us to the end of our session. And the session was on receipts, records, and performance tracking. Kindly make sure that you know how to track your records. You know how to go to your receipts. You know how to, of course, be able to access the tools zenye zinakusaidia to make those business decisions. Tulisema receipts unazipata wapi? Kwa wallet. Ukikuja kwa wallet, inakufungulia hiyo portal, unaona transactions, you can access receipts from there. Performance tracking unaifanyia wapi? Unarudi home, ukirudi home, unakuja today's performance, you tap on that, inakupeleka kwa sales insights. So unaweza manage kuangalia performance ya biashara yako from that end. Thank you for watching this. I encourage you to write for me on the comment section in case you have a challenge. I'll be able to respond to it promptly. Have a nice evening. See you in the next one.